Alright. Hello everybody and welcome to Little Green Men. So, today we are going to continue with yesterday's journey and we are going to head to Thalia. So, first things first, I have no idea when the Thalia launch window is, so I'm going to need to double check some planetary positions here. Because I shouldn't have fuel boil-off trouble when the Thalia Surface Explorer is in a parking orbit. So, let's see, where is Thalia? Yep, I need to give it a little bit more time. Alright, this should be enough. Give the Kerbals a month in orbit here in order to do systems checks, long-term habitation checks, cooling system checks, nuclear reactor checks, you know. All this hilarious stuff. And now we should be ready to go. There's also the fact that I have active cooling from Nerdia's Cryo Engines mod, and I don't think that works at high time warp, so I might need to do some sketchy things in order to get around that by doing my time warps from the tracking station as opposed to from game. Oh well. Okay, that's a good sign. I still have my Delta V. I think I still have all of it. Yeah, I've lost all of 7 fuel, but that's really not that surprising. Alright, everything's good. So now, let's see if I got a course. I'm in a reasonably high parking orbit here, which gives me less time eclipsed in Earth's shadow, so it'll make my solar panels more effective. Let's do Mr. Porkchop selection. I'm more of a steak fan myself, but whatever works. Alright, so we're pretty much at the optimum now. 4.576. Eh. Yeah, I'll do this one. Yeah, I've just missed the best launch window again. Oh well, this one should be close enough. What's 100 meters per second between friends, right? Why does this shroud keep doing that? Oh well. What's the worst that could happen? So, these are Nerdia's nuclear engines here. I got a cluster of 7 of them. The Emancipator, open cycle atomic rocket. They have an amazing 2,850 seconds ISP and about 1.5 meganewtons of thrust. So, they're powerful and efficient engines. Now, of course, the downside is they are expensive, and they can only burn for about 7 minutes before blowing up. Not like blowing up, but running out of fuel. Anyway. So there's a limit to what I can do here. Now, I'm going to double check the stream quality while I'm at this, because something seems to be slightly dead. As in, Twitch says I'm streaming. Well, no, my thing says I'm streaming. But then, this one says I'm not. Let's refresh this. Well, it's not like I have anything better to do while I wait for this ejection burn. MechJeb can handle something basic like that. It's not that complicated of a maneuver. I just basically point the thing at Thalia and go. And I'm uploading something somewhere, so... Oh, well, I'll give that a minute to load and then focus on this. Okay, that explains what was wrong. Oh well, what's 10 seconds of burn time between friends? Alright, let's 4 times speed this, because this might take a while. Yeah, so these engines are pretty crazy. I'm quickly picking up speed at any rate. Now that is one big ass continent though, I must say. Literally the entire hemisphere of the planet is land. Surprised anything can live near the center of that. Alright, let's see if everything comes up correctly now. Yes, okay, it's saying live. That's a good sign. So the problem was on my end. Alright. Yeah, I don't need this anymore. Thalia should be back there somewhere. I think that might be it. But the sun will wash out at Thalia's light when we're this close. The game will speed up, too, as we end up losing mass. Especially once I eject this first stage here. The nuclear transfer burn will function much better when it's not pushing so much mass. At least the Kerbals are happy. Just double check and make sure. Okay, yeah, Jebediah's in this one. He's the mission commander, and then the 3 landers are, yep, Bill, Valentina, and Siebert. And we have escaped. We are now heading directly for interplanetary space without passing go or collecting 200 funds. Now, how's my orbit coming along? I'm gonna have a bit of an eccentric orbit here. Not much I can do when Thalia is so far in, but... Oh, well, Icarus would be even worse. That's going another 10... That's going 16 kilometers per second faster. It's much easier going to Neven or Tulumo. Oh well, we're almost there. I'll make a course correction once I leave Gale's sphere of influence and I can figure out how to get the optimal intersect, but it looks like I'll literally be close to hitting the planet when I'm done this particular burn, assuming everything goes correctly, so that's not such a big issue. It falls kind of under the what's the worst that can happen criterion. And I'll still have some fuel left in order to do the correction burn. Uh-oh. I guess those engines aren't built to burn that long. Oh well, the good thing is that the things are pretty much out of burning time anyway. Come on. No, fuck that. That's enough. SAS. Whatever data I got, let's shove it in there. What? Looks like I got an encounter with SETI. The frig? Okay, I know what's going on. I just barely grazed its sphere of influence, so I don't think I moved close enough to it for it to actually really make a difference in my trajectory. I didn't expect that. I should have double-checked my trajectory in more detail. Alright, we are now in solar orbit. Time to make my correction burn. I might need to do another couple hundred meters per second. Oh, no, only 24 meters per second. Nice. In 11 days' time. Yeah, I didn't think it was likely I would encounter SETI because it's so far out of the plane of the elliptic. Or ecliptic, whatever. But I guess it is. It's interesting. I got a little bit of extra science anyway, so it's not that bad. And these huge-ass solar panels are having no trouble producing electricity for me. Alright, come on. 4 times speed for maneuvering, because this thing isn't really designed to turn fast. It's not a racer. Although it has so much delta V, it almost qualifies as a torch ship. I'm probably going to need to use the slightly less efficient closed cycle nuclear engines for asteroid tugging and stuff like that, because I need them to burn for longer than 7 minutes. Especially if I have a mining rig hooked up. That's probably what I'm going to do at some point. I'm going to go back to a Class A asteroid with a mining rig, and then I can use the asteroid for fuel, and I can push it and then bring it back. Or do something with it anyway. Oh, come on, am I... Okay, no, I'm not losing liquid hydrogen. What was this? Oh, that was for that other contract. My satellite that I had left in orbit finally completed its 44-day time period. Now, in this case, I just want to go into a low equatorial orbit of Thalia, because I've already done the scanning, and... realistically, my other satellite I got there already has all the ScanSat technology I have, I believe, so there's not really much new I can do there. Besides that, though, making progress. Now, I'm out of antenna contacts. I didn't put a huge-ass antenna on this, but since it's crewed the whole time, in this case it doesn't matter. because Jebediah and Valentina are handling all the actual tasks. And I do have antennas on it. That's enough for me to get from like my rover to the satellite in orbit. But at Thalia anyway, I should be able to get contact by relaying it through the magnetic survey probe. I might just have to change that orbit to bring it back to Thalia's sphere of influence instead of the moon Eta. But that'll just take about 5 minutes of ion burning. Not a big deal. Also, once I get this in Thalia orbit, once I land this on Thalia, I'm going to go back to my Iota space station, and I'm going to change its orbit, because it should be finished the high-resolution scan by then. Once it is, then I can move that space station closer to the moon so I can pick up the in-space low science data. And then start processing that in the lab. Yes, like, you know, normally labs are kind of cheaty, but when you got to get a space station and dock with it and supply it and all that with fuel when it's 500,000 kilometers away, it's not quite as bad. Now, is this thing anywhere close to where I want it to be? Well, it's getting an encounter. It's just nothing will tell me what the encounter actually is. Oh, nice. I'm actually going to hit the moon. Well, not literally hit it, but... Now, I'm fairly certain Thalia is going to be coming up from behind me. Passing half close to Neven, too. I think that's Thalia down there. Yeah, and that's Eta. Alright. 17-degree inclination. Now I'll correct that to 0. Whoa! Okay, maybe not. Let's change apoapsis to a high orbit at the next parapsis. Alright, I actually have enough fuel to do that. And I'm getting a satellite connection now through my relay. That's a good sign. Where is Eta anyway? I must be pretty close. Yeah, it's over there somewhere. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's execute this node now. This is going to take a lot of fuel, but that's why I had to bring so much. Because my approach velocity is pretty extreme coming from such a high orbit. I could do multiple flyby passes to slow down, and I'm going to need to do that if I want to go to Icarus with anywhere. Thought I already had that strategy done. Oh well. I see I still have the Thalia program. What are you talking about? Oh well. Now these solar panels are gone pretty cracked. How much are the big ones producing in the back? Almost 1,000 electric charge per second. Yikes. Now, as we pass closer to this rustic orb, we can understand the beauty of Galileo's solar system and the incredible amounts of liquid hydrogen and nuclear fuel it takes to leave a radioactive cloud of hydrogen around the poor planet. This is actually glowing red because of the heat from all the decaying radioisotopes left by Kerbals who have come before us. Or, well, not really, but oh, come on. Of course my circularization burn has to be in the frickin' dark. Don't I have an RTG on this somewhere? How close am I to the Terminator, anyway? Not very. God damn it. Oh, I don't need to do anything. Alright. How come I'm not getting any electricity out of this? I thought these reactors had alternators. I guess not. That's weird. Usually nuclear reactors have alternators. Oh well, I'll be in the solar... I'll be in the plane of the solar system at some point. And at least these ones shouldn't have time to burn up. There's poor little Etta. And burnout. Alright. Now this'll take a while. About 5 minutes, probably. I'll speed that up at 4 times. I should be back in the sun before this burn finishes anyway, considering how fast I'm moving around the planet. Now, my final orbit is not going to be circular, but I'll circularize after. Now, these engines might overheat. If that's the case, I might have to shut them down or throttle them back. Not really anything I can do in that case, but I didn't think these would need radiators, because usually with nuclear engines, the heat's carried away with the exhaust. But that's not always the case. Maybe because the inside of these is probably at like 7,000 degrees. Oh well, I think that's Icarus there, because that's probably hugging the sun. Since there's no atmosphere, the sun will come over the horizon suddenly. That's definitely another planet, though. And it's not Gale or Tolumo, because those are green. Those are blue, sorry. This could be one of the gas giants. Alright, we just passed Parapsis. And our engines haven't exploded yet. That is a good sign. Well, I got enough fuel anyway. That's a good sign. Aha, there's Sol. That was Icarus, I think. I wonder if I can see a transit from here. It'd be a nice spot to view it anyway. I'm not sure if Eta eclipses the sun, but it'd be worth taking a look. At least I'm getting electricity back from one of these things. And we have now burned into orbit. Alright, now for some science equipment stuff. Where's scientist? Siebert. Let's operate the materials bay. And lay goo. Yeah, that's heat coming from the reactors, but let's see if I can change my inclination to equatorial now. How much fuel will it cost me? Oh, nothing. Nice. I knew I'd get a better deal on this if I did my orbit insertion before the plane change. Oh, nice. Spacewalk in orbit of Thalia gives me that much. Yeah, notice I only got 4 nuclear engines on this stage. But I actually have a higher thrust to weight. These kinds of nuclear engines are not that good for that kind of staging maneuver. Oh well, I still need to get some in-space high data from the Kerbals. Actually, speaking of in-space high data... Oh, that's not the pod. This is the pod. I was gonna say, I didn't think I got this one. Let's pin the experimental storage unit. Okay, I'll be just past apoapsis. There we go. It's like a frickin' red-hot glowing coal, and it's not even that close. Oh well, I should be high enough to get in-space high data anyway once I correct my inclination. Then I'll just circularize down at 160 kilometers. I don't think there's any real reason to have any specific altitude for my orbit. Thalia doesn't have an atmosphere, and I don't think the terrain relief is that extreme. I'll just kind of pick it randomly. I know, it's a perfectly planned mission, right? Okay, I already got that. Alright, let's correct our inclination. Should probably quick save too while I'm ahead. And Yeah, that's close enough. Now, circularize at Parapsis. First, science guy, Mr. Siebert. You must observe the goo. Take the goo data and restore. Observe the bay. Take this and then restore. You have done your duty, Siebert Kerman. You have collected the valuable science data which will somehow magically be able to unlock massively advanced technology. I never did figure that out. Well, I understand the game mechanics, but you got to admit, okay, this is a good deal. It's pretty funny that a random piece of information about, like, IOTA's highlands will allow you to invent substantially better rocket technology. I guess it probably simulates the interest from the private sector and the public sector funding and all that based on accomplishments. If you land on the moon, you're going to be getting more money for whatever it is you're doing in space. Well, the moon project did help NASA out a lot. Although, of course, now it's kind of a political clusterfuck, but the Kerbals are not that dumb. Or maybe they are that dumb and that's the point, but you know what I mean. All the Kerbals care about is exploration of space and or making giant rockets. I'm pretty sure Jebediah Kerman doesn't even care where he's going as long as he does it on top of some kind of solid rocket booster. It's like he wants to go down to the convenience store and he uses a frickin' ejectotron or something. If he wants to go visit his relatives upstate or in another Canadian province type thing, he'll just use one of those flingatrons from the mod I'm using now. Or maybe he'll use a hammer booster. And if he wants to take a vacation to somewhere exotic on the other continent, he probably just hops on top of a kickback. Get anywhere on a ballistic trajectory. Okay, yeah, orbital velocity is not that bad. I'm barely going to be going... I might not even be going 3,000 meters per second once I circularize. So I think I probably packed enough fuel. Actually, I only had 200 meters per second of margin on this thing. That's actually pretty close. Alright. Am I out of electricity already? Come on. I'm just gonna disable cooling on these. Because they're almost empty anyway. So what's the point in spending all this electricity to keep tanks cool, which are basically empty and are going to have served their purpose, so to speak? You know what I mean? Especially since I have freaking 102,000. Huh, where is that electricity coming from? Is one of these solar panels producing something, or... I must have remembered to put... Oh no, I think I have RTGs on my rover. So I knew I had RTGs on this ship somewhere. It's just the liquid hydrogen cooling was eating up all my electricity. Alright, we are almost circularized. I'm going to leave this giant tank attached to my ship for now because that 200 meters a second might just help when I'm on my way back. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I bought 5,000 meters per second up and down. I probably could have got away with 4,000 based on orbital velocity. But since I've never been in a low circular orbit of Thalia, I wasn't really sure what to expect. Okay, that's close enough to circular. Alright, Quick save. Now, time to decouple our lander. And let's fly the correct vessel. I don't need any in-space low data. What the frig was that? Because that separator should not have been that powerful. This thing doesn't have RCS, does it? Nope. Oh well. Let's give it a little bit of engine. Now, I'm going to deploy my solar panels. Oh, that might actually be a new one. Okay. Now, pretty sure I do have a biome scan of this, yes. Okay, so this is the foobar stuff right here. Y'all land. I'm gonna try and land on this nicely flat spot. At least it looks reasonably flat. All right. So, my plan now is to basically warp right next to Parapsis. And now I will begin my epic landing adventure from here. Yeah, I'm really not concerned with the biome map right now. All right. So when I get about 30 seconds away from Parapsis, I'm gonna start burning retrograde. I want to overshoot my Parapsis by a hair. Alright. Let's fire off these engines. I'll quick save in case something goes badly wrong. But it shouldn't be that big of an issue. I'm going to roll a bit so my solar panels stay pointed at the sun. Where is the sun? Oh. Wrong way. Alright. Okay. I'm going to try and keep my sync rate from getting too insane. There we go. This should give me enough upward thrust to make sure that I don't run out of room, so to speak, before shedding off my orbital velocity. And holy shit, these landing things didn't go on right. Oh well, they don't need to be perfect. I'll probably transition over to the height map fairly soon. I think the reason the terrain looks so low detail is because I'm still using the distant object view, you know what I mean? Oh, nice. Eterize. We're making progress. Our valiant Kerbals, Bill, Valentina, and Siebert. Alright, I'm starting to get a positive sync rate here. Yeah, a little bit of oscillation, but I can deal with that. Yeah, this angle should be good for the rest of the descent, because I'm still almost 15 kilometers up. Aha, I'm on the height map now. $109. Oh. I need to be a little bit higher. It's not quite as efficient landing because I have relatively low thrust to weight engines, but that's because these here are the most efficient engines I got, are all 10A3s. I could have done this using a different engine, but once I slow down to about 500 meters per second, then I'll switch over to just pure retrograde. It's not too bad at any rate. Okay, my sync rate is starting to get pretty high, but I still got 87 seconds to impact. Let's pitch up about 30 degrees to cancel that. Alright, now I'm in a better situation here. Alright. Now I have enough delta V shed that I can do a pure retrograde burn and then do a vertical descent. Well, I was right. I did pick a reasonably flat spot. At least it looks reasonably flat. Now, my ascent path will slowly become more vertical as I shed off the last of my horizontal velocity. We're at 20 degrees pitch, 280 vertical, and alright, we reached maximum sync rate, altitude 7 kilometers, down 98. Alright, that's a bit high, but that'll even out fairly quickly now at this point. I'm going to begin a gradual throttle back to try and make a more efficient touchdown. And man, I really packed a lot of extra fuel on this thing. Oh well. Better to have too much than too little. Alright, now in vertical descent. Alright. There's my shadow anyway. Alright, altitude 1 kilometer, down 20. I will be doing a suicide burn, but I'm kind of too lazy to do that. Besides, I got enough extra fuel, might as well make this cinematic. .400 meters, down 14. .300 meters, down 11. .200 meters, down 7.5. Why the heck is this thing so freaking wobbly? .50 meters. Alright, beginning final descent. 20 meters, down 2.5. 10 meters, kicking up dust, 1 meter per second. And main engine cut, and touchdown. And whatever the frig you call this thing has landed. Maybe the K Eagle? Nah, that's not. That's an insult to those Apollo engineers. Nothing I made's anywhere near that well designed. Alright, collect all the science data. Quick save in case the Kraken decides to attack. Alright, and now the first duty on the surface is to get this rover out of here. So, let's control from there. Now, where's our decoupler? God dang it. No. Bad sky crane. Okay. Lesson learned. The SAS is not sufficient to handle this. I'm going to have to do it on manual. Alright. There. Oh, I have no antenna on this thing. Shit. That was my fault. I thought that had a built-in antenna. You really telling me that thing doesn't have a built-in antenna? Wrong way. Hey! I have escaped the sky crane. Now that thing's just gonna burn down until it runs out of fuel. But we have our rover. Are you kidding me? Why can't... whatever. Let's get a chemical sample of Thalia's surface. All right. This one does have an antenna. Oh, okay. I don't even want to... Oh, okay, that thing will land way over in the middle of nowhere. Alright, so that's fine. There goes the sky crane. Trying to figure out why I only had partial control, because the antenna should have been fine. I figured the guys on the ship there would be able to control it. Oh well. Before I do anything, time to first let's get Seabart to check the critical experiments known as the goo and the miniaturized science junior. Alright, now you go back in there because first things first, Valentina Kerman. Did she take everything in her inventory? Yes. Shit. Nope. Okay, you're way too heavy. Alright. I'm gonna need to set up my experiment first. So, Billy Bob Joe Kerman. You are going... What the... Okay... Someone explain that to me. Uh-oh. Congratulations, Bill. Your head's good for something. Okay, you're not a very good jumper. I get it. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna go a safe... Shit. I'm gonna go a safe distance away. Alright, over here. This should be... No, a little farther. Because I want to set up my science station far enough away that I don't end up fucking up. So, first... Might as well plant the flag. What biome is this? Midlands. And I'll call this the 8-bit Thalia landing. Alright, now for inventory. Alright. Cold cathode, neutral ions. Whatever you call this thing. Gravity meter. And this should be the laser retro reflector thingy. Alright. Now, can the jetpacks lift me against this kind of gravity? Just barely. Oh well. All right. Okay, Bob. Brilliant. Oh shit, I'm stuck inside the ladder. Oh, no, okay, we're good. Now, Mr. Bob. Man, he's awfully happy setting up a science station on another planet. Alright, solar wind spectrometer. Okay, I need to be a little closer. Whoops. No, that was right. Never mind. And now, whatever the frig this thing is. Alright. Not the best laid out station, but it could be worse. Now, I can't actually attach anything until I go back and get some tools. Okay, how'd the rover end up there? I definitely parked that farther away. Oh well, must be have a Kraken drive on it. Oh well, it's not like it's gonna do anything. Of course, no my luck, that rover's somehow gonna push the lander over. I've had Kerbals before jump up underneath my moon lander and manage to flip the whole thing, a lander that weighed 20 tons. Okay. Okay, I don't know if I need half this stuff, but... there we go. I think that'll be enough plugs, actually. Oh, I forgot the golf club. Shit. Oh well. Now, where is the sun? Directly overhead more. Oh yeah, I'm on the equator. So... please be stuck. Yes, okay. Holy shit! Do I even want to know? Oh, okay, never mind. That's just my sky crane falling back down over there. Okay. I'm not quite sure how sound is traveling in space, but... that's why I thought it must have been a really big explosion. Now, I think I actually need this one for the plugs. Oh shit, that's not gonna be good. Holy shit. Okay. I don't want to know what the frig is going on. I think this mod I'm on is a little bit sketchy. Because things are randomly exploding a little too much for my tastes. I swear to God, though, if at the end of this I'm one plug short, I'm gonna be pissed. Because of that one that I disassembled by accident, thinking it would detach it. Oh shit. No, Bob, what are you doing, Bob? I'm gonna quick save this before I blow up my station. Bob, let's put this back. Shit. Ah, close enough. This station's gotta weigh like 2 tons, and Bob can knock it around. Even though this stuff is supposed to be freaking anchored into the ground, looking at it. Oh well, I don't know. All I know is I need more plugs. Woo, Bob can actually kind of jump now. Still have a bunch of extra equipment, but I'll just shove that back into the pod. Because after this, I gotta have Seabird come out and set up the SCP station. And then I'm gonna drive the rover around for a bit with Valentina. After all this time to get to Thalia, I gotta do something on this planet. Oh, let's store our experiments while we're here. Bob, learn to balance. You're a 5-star engineer, man. You should be able to frickin' walk on like a, I don't know. I should probably stay on the surface while those experiments complete too. Because otherwise I'm gonna probably have to wait for a favorable antenna alignment, and I don't know how long that could take. Okay. That made no sense at all. Oh well, I quick saved it like 2 minutes ago, so... Holy fuck, I don't know what just happened. It's like, let's literally attach an empty plug into an unpowered piece of equipment, and boom, the thing produces about a megaton's worth of explosives. Alright, what do I got in inventory? Why was I floating in space? Oh well. RCS thrust boost, go! Uh-oh, too fast, too fast. I just went right through the ladder, shit. Oh well. Do the moonwalk. Even though you're technically on a planet. Oh. I guess my depth perception in space is terrible. Yeah, I have no idea why that thing exploded. The worst that should happen is that I don't attach the plug correctly and it falls off, not like random boom. Okay, what don't I need? I don't need this thing. This thing's just heavy. I don't need it. Oh well. I'm gonna put that one on first. Oh wow, it somehow auto-saved when the thing was blown up? What? So I don't have the piece of equipment is gone, but I have the plugs back. Ah, fuck it, that's just a stupid bug, I think. Yeah, that must be a bug. Because I can kind of understand fucking up the attachment and blowing a part up, but not having the part not, like, disappear between a quick load after gating back the equipment that originally blew up the part. Like, I'm gonna put down Thalia system, space-time anomalies. Or, I don't know, beware there be krakens. Yeah, there we go. Here there be krakens. That's the correct terminology for this situation, I believe. I thought the only one was on Paul, I think, but I guess Galileo must have put one on this little buddy. No wonder it's frickin' blood red. Okay, where is the plug? Okay, is everything connected? Yes. Alright. I'm gonna quick save this now while everything is still in one piece. And now I need to get Bob out. Or, not Bob, sorry, Seabird. Whoever my lovely qualified scientist is. Uh-oh, my landing... What the heck? My lander is floating in the air. I knew Thalia had light gravity, but this is ridiculous. Oh well, it's probably just because I got that stupid 10 times scale mod on, so all the textures are screwed up. Like, you can optimize the textures for one size, and when you completely stretch it like something ridiculous, there's really not much you can do. Oh man, I could disassemble this lander? Holy shit, that would be hilarious. That would actually be epic on so many levels. Now, Siebert Kerman. Well, you seem to be a little more competent at maneuvering. Okay, that part wants 6 days. That part wants 8 days. That part wants 4 days. So far it's 8 days is my limiting time. That one wants 6 days. Four days. Alright, that's good. Everything's running. Alright. Mr. Siebert, your shift is over. Take a break. Have some snacks. Now, it's time for Valentina to do some off-roading. Alright. We are in business. Oh.